Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Flashback Friday. Today we are going to come up with our own one-step division word problem, and we're going to use the UPS check to solve our problem that we come up with. So the problem that Miss Noble came up with was Sally and her two friends have 9 markers. They want to divide the markers evenly between them. How many markers will each kid have? Well, what is the first thing that we do in our UPS check? Yes, our U, which is our understand. So boys and girls, what is the important information in our question or in our problem? So Sally and her two friends have 9 markers. That's important. So we're going to highlight it. Maybe not yellow because that's really bright. So let's do a darker color. There we go. They want to divide the markers evenly between them. How many markers will each kid have? So we're going to Sally and her two friends, and we know that they have we know that they have 9 markers all together. So, how many kids are there all together? 3, right? Because it's not just her two friends, it's Sally and her two friends. So we know that there's 3 people all together. And we know that we have 9 markers. Well, let's go to our plan. So boys and girls, we have a total amount of markers that needs to be divided. So they want to divide the markers evenly between them. So we know that we know what our total is, because it's the total amount of whatever we're dividing, which is our markers. Yes. So in the total, we need to put 9 markers. But how do we know what goes on the bottom? Well, how many times do we need to divide the 9? Well, if it's Sally and her two friends, we know it's 3, so we know that the bottom is going to be divided 3 times. So you're going to have 3 parts. Do we know how many markers each kid is going to have? No, we don't know that yet. We do not know that yet. That's what we are looking for. So here we can put, this is Sally. Friend 1, and here would be friend 2. So we're trying to figure out how many markers Sally and friend 1 and friend 2 get, because we want to divide the total amount of markers evenly. So we're going to go to solve, because we understand that it's Sally and her two friends, and we understand that they have 9 markers that they want to divvy up. We want to plan. We know that the total amount of markers that we have are 9. And we know that there's 3 people or equal groups that need the markers. So we're going to move to solve. The first thing that you could do is make sure that you have your 9 markers. So we could show this by dragging our 1s over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now that we have our 9 that represents our 9 markers, we have to divvy them up by person, right? So let's say Sally, friend 1. I'm just going to put F1 and then F2 for friend 1 and friend 2. Okay? So each person, Sally and her 2 friends, are each going to get a marker, but we're going to only give them one at a time. Okay, boys and girls? So Sally gets 1. Friend 1 gets 1. Friend 2 gets a marker. And then we're just going to keep doing this until all of our markers have been divided up. And we have 1 more, and 1 more, and 1 more. So then, boys and girls, we can see how many markers each kiddo got. So let's count them. Sally has 1, 2, 3. So Sally has 3 markers. Friend 1 has 1, 2, 3. Friend 2 has 1, 2, 3. So this is a way we can solve, but now let's check it. So you can check this by making 3 equal groups for our 3 students. Shapes. So as you can see, we have our 3 groups, Sally, friend 1, and friend 2. We can drag 1 over at a time and count to 9, but give each of them 1 at a time until we get to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can see, boys and girls, that we have 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if we check our answer with what we solved, we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each person would have 3 markers. So your answer would be 3. Now you do it.